If it hurts, you ain't breaks, no get you know it up, put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, two games after this win in. First you again, we're for the first man. Carry my team never 6 minutes.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
I don't believe there are good people that pull for Georgia. I think they're all terrible, ugly, disgusting human beings. I think it's just that no, there are no good Georgia fans, Eric. There are none.
I mean, if you're going to start, I think you start with Dolly Parton. She was on the Howard Stern show yesterday. I called in to a radio show for the first time in my life to try and let her know how much she does for the state of Tennessee. I got rejected. So maybe I'll get to say hello to her in person. The Kansas City Chiefs can have Taylor Swift all they want. We'll take Dolly Parton on Saturday.
The culture that hype and everyone has created in this building, it's been phenomenal on teams, and we're only going to continue to be better. And the standard around here, I've said it before, I'll say it again, standard is to be the damn best. And we're never stopping.
Doesn't have to be perfect, ain't gonna be perfect. We go compete for 60 freaking minutes. All right, enjoy the opportunity, enjoy the environment, and then go play our butts off, play for one another, and have a hell of a lot of fun. Everybody got me? Yes, sir. All right.
We're staying on business, Josh.
Missouri wins the break.
He does.
Do you want me to just be honest?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Tennessee's not winning this game on Saturday. Like, I have no confidence. Like,
Coach J ain't gonna pick like that, all right? Coach J is gonna go ahead and call his shot right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tennessee is gonna pull off a shocker. There is gonna be Georgia fans at the game. Yeah, I've heard about the 8 people who bought tickets from a Tennessee person. Those 8 people are gonna be sitting there with their jaw on the floor when Tennessee rips down the goalpost and wins a shocker, 32-29. Go Big Horn.
He's no machine. I didn't hear no bell. Get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.
welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley.
And I am Coach Jay. Fired up, Boogie. I'm fired up.
Dude, I saw you shadow boxing in the background. You're just
Awesome.
Look, I got the Rocky Win shirt on. It's time to shock the world, boys. It's game day. Everything changes on game day. So much so that some of us placed $400 on the Vols to win. I was going to come on here and call you out right out of the gate and say, hey, how much do you really believe it? Well, put your money where your mouth is.
I always put my money where my mouth is, but Boogie, you got me fired up, man. I'll tell you, the Rocky IV song that you started with, the War, right? That song's called The War, I believe. So we had this whole in high school mixtape that would play in the locker room for, I don't know, 2-3 hours before a game. But right before we'd walk on the field, when we'd leave the locker room, when that song played, Coach would put that song on, and that song told us, hey, strap up the chin strap. We're going out now. We're walking out to play. So whenever I hear that song, man, I'm ready to run through a brick wall. Let's go.
That's like, obviously, Eye of the Tiger, obviously, Gonna Fly. Those are the ones everybody loves. That war, that montage when Rocky beats Ivan Drago. Spoiler alert. Man, oh my gosh, it doesn't get better than that. It's the Tailgate Show. It's the fan call-in show. We're going to go ahead and put the link out to Talkin VAWLS Elite and higher. You guys can go grab that, jump in here and talk some football. Let's see who is hanging out. Negaval is here. What's up, brother? Tim Rice says, love it, Boogie. Joe Brown says, howdy, y'all. Chucky says, no matter the score, Vols for life. Who else we got? Matt Falk is here telling Retro where to go. Trucker Dougie is here. What's up, brother? Nate Pruitt is here. Deb is here. Give me the great is here. Guys, come on in. Smash the thumbs up. Destroy it. Sethinator, been a member for 16 months, says FUGA. Eric Jones, been a member for 32 months. That is a long time. Thank you for the support, Eric. Crystal Free drops a $2 door fee, says GBO, let's go. 202 people have snuck in here without the door fee. That montage, you need to tip your boy Boogie. But I told Coach Jay right before we went live, I spent an hour on that video that you guys would watch once, get a little chuckle, get a little fired up, but hey, it's worth it. I love having fun on YouTube. Nate Pruitt for $10. That ain't cheap, says Cover Charge Boogie. God bless and go Vols. Let's just play the game today and keep it in front of us. Best hype and intro video ever. I'm glad you guys dig it, man. I have fun doing stuff like that. I think you've noticed a lot of tailgate shows, a lot of fan call-in shows. I just flush the ad revenue for the sake of music. Every moment has its music. Coach, you telling the story that War plays when you guys, that song instantly fires you up, does it not? Because that takes you back in time to that moment.
It does, man. There was just nothing like that moment. The air would change in the room when that song would play, man, and we went out and did pretty well. We had a hell of a senior season, so really proud of that team, man. I hate to pull the Al Bundy and go back to them high school years, man, but had a great season. Played next to on an awesome defense that gave up something like an average of 9.3 points a game. Old Coach Day threw up 117 solo tackles his senior season. I wasn't even the leading tackler in the linebacker crew that year. So we had a hell of a defense, and it was certainly a ton of fun, man. So yeah, that song puts a smile on old Coach Jay's face, no doubt about it.
Definitely giving the Al Bundy vibes. Kevin Kitts.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Kitts becomes a member of the channel. Shout out, Kevin. Appreciate that support, brother. Tim Armstrong for 5 says, Dorfy, let's freaking go. GBO, Vols, let's be violent for Coach Jay today. Corners, I want to see press coverage, no 8-yard cushion. Is that 8? Did he choose 8 for a subliminal message? Is that why he chose 8?
Cultivate.
Oh, cultivate. Yeah. I thought about just a Talkin VAWLS logo shirt, and on the back it says Cult as the name and 8 as the number, like a T-shirt jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We were talking right before we went live. Tennessee's got some injuries to deal with today. How big of a factor, man? You're losing both of your starting tackles more than likely. I was listening to the 2-minute drill. AP and Eric Kane said that John Campbell and Gerald Mincy likely out. The good thing is you've got some guys there that veterans. They've played a lot of football. Are they as good as John Campbell and Gerald Mincy? Probably not. But you're going to see Jeremiah Crawford, Dane Davis likely today. Also, Wesley Walker is out for the year with a knee injury.
Yeah. You could tell he was a little bit banged up. It hurts having those tackles, but look, we're coming in as the underdog in this game either way, right? I don't think we'll be in anywhere as bad of a shape as Old Miss was last week. I don't know who all caught that brutal game, but I think they lost like 3 tackles on one side or something like that. I can't quite remember the exact numbers, but man, they really had a problem there. But look, Tennessee's offense needs to.
we need to call a good game, right? We need to pitch a good game, and we need to execute on the offensive level, and we need to execute at a high level and quickly if we are going to win this game, right? It's not all scheme, it's execution today too. We need to be clean. We need to have quick reads. We need to catch the football, because you know what? Sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it, right? I should be able to go hand the other coach my plays, right? I don't care if Harbaugh's stealing signs or not. You should be able to hand the other team your plays, because it's not what you do, dang it. It's how you do it sometimes on a football field. So I want to see this team execute today at an extremely high level. If we're to win this game and old Coach Jay's is going to cash in a ticket, we need to execute at a high level.
Man, I was watching a YouTube video this morning, and for some stupid reason I didn't write down the channel name, but it was a guy that was breaking down the film of the Tennessee-Missouri game, and like you said, like talking about handing a coach your play sheet or whatever. That first series, and yeah, we're pissed about it. We were upset about it, where Tennessee elects to run the football instead of taking a shot. They should have converted that third down. That third down was the perfect play call to run the football, and guess what? Cooper Mays got whipped. And so because Cooper Mays got whipped, the play was blown up. So as a coach, as a play caller, what can you really do when you call the right play? You got the matchup you want, but guys don't execute. One man, again, it's so cliche coach speak, but one man gets whipped, everything changes. Let me catch up on Super Chats. We got some guys in the back room. We'll get them on here in just a second. Flying Fortress, been a member for 13 months. That's a long time to support this channel. I appreciate it, brother. Says excited and nervous. We need 4 quarters of the best our team's got to win this one. Got a nice cigar on the line if we roll over and lose by more than 2 touchdowns. GBO VFL. Thank you, Flying Fortress. Captain Woodland drops a $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Says I used war in my pre-Alabama game video last year. It's time to declare war on those no good low down dogs. 42-38. I love it. Culberson's coming up with a t-shirt design. $8 super chat says cultivate. That's pretty interesting. Look at that. Look what you guys are coming up with. Shout out Culberson. Appreciate it, brother. Alex Gibbs for 5 says excellent intro. Rocky versus Russian. Here we go. I'm a displaced East Tennessee boy living in Hawaii. Are we supposed to feel sorry for you, Alex? I mean, are we supposed to feel sorry for you that you're living in Hawaii? Just got out from surfing and ready for Rocky Top to the max. Okay, and I feel like you're just bragging. You're insulting us almost because it's cold here in East Tennessee. Pan-seared ribeye for $10. That ain't cheap. Most people saying establishing the run will open up the pass. I want to see the opposite. Georgia front 7 is too strong. I want to see us throwing deep early, which will open up the run. Let Joe throw. Joe's got to have his best game today. He has to have his best. It's not just enough to be efficient. He's got to go out and he's got to ball out. Robert for $20. Just nothing to say, just a tip in the tip jar. Appreciate that, Robert. I'm going to call that a boogie tip for the intro. So shout out, Robert. We appreciate that. Tim for 5 says, oh no, didn't know about Walker. Not good. Also at work, sometimes I have to climb a 300-foot ladder. I play Eye of the Tiger to get pumped up. I don't need that job. Don't sign me up for that job. Thank you, Tim, for the super chat. All right, let's get these guys on here, and there's only one way I know to introduce this group of cats. Let's do it. I don't believe there are good people that pull for Georgia. I think they're all terrible, ugly, disgusting human beings. I think it's just that no, there are no good Georgia fans, Eric. There are none.
Trucker Dougie, Rocky Top Tom, John Hill. What's going on, fellas? John, I'm going to start with you. I know you hate the Georgia Bulldogs. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling nervous, but we got a chance. Spot, we stand a chance because they're going to throw it across the middle. Our safeties had to play tight. If we can do that, we can potentially stop them.
Rocky Top Tom, how you feeling, brother?
Got my fingers crossed, but I'm not expecting anything. I mean, I'll be honest. I just don't expect we're going to win this one. But hey,
are you sick?
My first game in Neyland Stadium was 1993. Georgia comes to Tennessee. And my favorite game that I've ever seen in Neyland Stadium, other than the Will Hoyt kick against Florida, was when Dobbs brought us back. We were losing, 24-3 at halftime, and we came back. That was a hell of a game too. I think that was 2017. Yeah. So you never know. You never know. Even Butch Jones got Georgia once, so Coach will get him.
Hey, I want to give a shout out in the chat. Tip Jackson says he's watching with his parents, first time watchers. Welcome to the chaos. Welcome to the cult. Also good to see Carson back in the chat. Shout out Carson. I saw you're going to be stocking up the fridge with some good deer meat. So congrats on the hunt. Trucker Dougie, how you feeling, brother? You confident? You nervous? You anxious? Are we going to shock the world? Do you have your Win Rocky Win shirt on? I'm just curious.
First of all, sorry I missed you guys last week. I officiated my first wedding, so that was pretty awesome. You know, I'm nervous, but I'm not nervous. That makes any sense at all. It don't make sense in my head, but I think a lot of people are still looking back on last week, and as disappointing as that was, I think that's gonna get the guys pumped up today. Gonna give them some motivation to, you know, get back to work. And sorry, I'm driving right now, so I gotta do two things at once. But
stay alive.
Yeah.
Right. Coach Jay on a Tuesday night, just in the chat, texting up a storm.
Yeah. Dedication. But no, I don't know what part of the game I did watch last week. There was just something off. Like I don't know what it was, but like we should not have gotten beat like that last week. So I think they just had we definitely had an off day. I think that's gonna be some motivation for tonight. I don't know. I don't know if we'll win, obviously, but it's gonna be a lot closer than what people think.
Yeah.
I think if we're there in the fourth quarter, I think we could. It'll potentially be a 7-point game either way.
What scares me is Drinkwater. Coach Missouri, he said that he knew the plays before we even ran them. You know, not necessarily Michigan style, but are we that so obvious on what we run?
Absolutely.
I mean,
we've gone vanilla.
And if he can do it, just think what Kirby's going to do.
Yeah.
Right.
This team, Heupel, there's no doubt they've called this offense vanilla. They've dumbed this offense down. I'll try not to beat it against the post. Why? But they've dumbed this offense down. Like if anyone is out there saying, "Oh, Heupel lost it," blah 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 blah. No, it's just been dumbed down, right? So I guarantee you'll see Heupel's play calling come back to what it used to be. The route trees come back, the speed come back, the tempo go back. You just need the right air traffic controller moving the pieces around, if you will.
Would that be a replacement at quarterback? Would that be?
I was thinking right guard, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, of course.
Maybe defensive
right guard.
Defense.
I did Locked On Vols with Kaner Wednesday. And he posted it yesterday. We finished the show. I was like, it was nice to talk 20 minutes of Tennessee football and not hear the name Nico come up. I got to go to somebody else's YouTube channel in order to do that.
Yeah.
You guys, the cultivate.
I didn't say his name, though. I promise. I didn't say his name. Just
Hey, I see people in the chat asking about Mincy and also John Campbell. And I get it, because when somebody sent me a message earlier today about it, I said the same thing. They said injury or discipline issues kicked off the team. What's going on here? I would imagine that it is injury related. I don't think VolQuest would be saying we'll watch warm-ups to make sure that they're, see if they're going to give it a go or not. I don't think you do that for discipline. Also, although I don't know, we've been told some guys were healthy for 3 weeks. And they were not going out there and playing. So who knows? But my mind did go there too. It's all speculation though. That's all speculation.
Yeah, it's hard saying. Heupel's kept that kind of thing under wraps. It almost would seem like with a couple players at times that there's been some disciplinary issues that have been handled behind closed doors. And quite frankly, I think that's extremely healthy. Like if there's a disciplinary issue, I don't want to hear about it. We shouldn't hear about it. We shouldn't know about it. It should be internal business, and really a true tip of the cap to this coaching staff for keeping that kind of thing in-house, because I assure you it happens on every single team, every single year. And the way they've been able to kind of manage their family business within the family has been extremely impressive by the staff.
When you want to look at what goes on at other campuses, like look at when Pruitt was here, right? And everybody wants to talk about McDonald's bags and all this nonsense. Where do you think he learned that? Where do you think he got that from? And then when the issue with Jeremy Banks getting arrested, there is audio, recorded audio of Jeremy Pruitt saying we didn't have to deal with this at Alabama. You don't think this stuff goes on all over the country? It's college football. Of course it does. Of course it does.
It's just who's got the money to keep it quiet more. I mean, that's all it is. And heaven help you if the Knoxville press catches a hold of something, because they tearing down UT more than other colleges do.
John Adams.
Sometimes, yeah.
Donovan for $2. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Says about to shut up the dogs.
Let's go.
I don't understand what's going on in the chat. I hope we do shut up the dogs, man. Go, Coach Joe.
Yeah, sorry, no, my internet cut out for a second there. I was going to say, is Dolly actually performing at the game? I feel like I'm not getting all the Dolly news out here in California or something, or is she just showing up, or what's the story with her being there?
I heard something about her singing Rocky Top, but I don't know if it's pre-recorded and going to be on the Jumbotron or what's going on. Can I be honest for a second and not turn the whole chat against me?
Okay.
I couldn't care less that Dolly Parton's going to be in Knoxville.
Oh, there we go.
I'm with you.
I could not care less.
I don't even like
I'm
Dolly.
gone.
I'm sorry. I don't like her. I really don't.
Like, I just don't care. It's not that I don't like her. It's that I don't care.
Oh, man.
Yeah. She does all that voice fluctuation crap where you just could hold a note.
Oh, come on, man. Jeez.
Here it comes. Oh, the chat's turning.
Jeez.
Oh, the chat's turning on me.
No, she's done a lot for the state of
Oh,
Tennessee.
man.
She's
Going down.
She's not my favorite.
I literally live in the town that she's from. So it's literally everything around there is like Dolly this, Dolly that, Dolly this, you know. But no, she's supposed to be performing at halftime, I guess. I don't know if it's like I think she's only singing Rocky Top, which is awesome, whatever, right? I think a million people have already heard that song, you know. Really good.
You're gonna do a good job.
But no, she has done a lot. I don't know if you guys. I love people. I love my job, y'all. I'm gonna run out of blinker fluid here.
I hate people and I hate my job. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm about to run out of blinker fluid there, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I feel like it's
hard
only
to find.
fair that I try to make things right, and that's by doing this.
There you go.
I feel like it's what we need. Wait, no, for $2, says Dolly Parton's not great. I'm with Boogie. GBO, I'm trying to make it right. Megaball says Dolly is a Tennessee Saint.
Amen, Megaball.
Greg J says, damn, y'all hating on Dolly. Shaking my head. I'm making it up right now. I'm making up for it. Aaron Duck says, wait a second. Dolly Parton's not from Dollywood? Oh, man, let's turn this one up a little bit. Is it great to be alive and well on a Saturday on the Talkin VAWLS Network or what?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Aaron Duck says, here's the mojo. All right. That's enough of that. Let me catch up on Super Chats. I hope I made it. I hope I made it right.
Let's
More
go.
blessed than the ocean.
Rolly season for 5 says, I'm a little late. Just wanted to say, GBO, we got everything to beat the dogs. Just need to play a whole game. I need to see head on fire out there. Hair on fire out there. Donovan for 5 says, hey, Matt Falk in chat, my feelings. Okay, bro, give money because Boogie runs a great channel. I don't give a crap to stand alone. Vols win. Donovan's the man. Appreciate the super chat, Donovan. I don't understand why somebody's getting on his case. Look, man, although I was going to give Coach Jay a hard time, but he put $400 on the Vols, so put your money where your mouth is. I love it. I love it. How you feeling, Seth? You confident, fired up, ready to go? Or you a little negative today?
You want realistic or my fan idea?
Thank you. Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. I asked the same question.
Well, I guess I want to hear both now.
Give us both, yeah.
As a fan, Vols by 50.
There you go.
As a fan, Vols by 50. Vols by
Yeah.
80. You know, realistically though, we got to start strong and start fast. If we get behind early, it's going to be a bad game and a long game.
Tim Armstrong for $10 says, let's see what kind of fight our team comes with today. The longer we stay in it, the more that crowd will be involved. I'm looking for us to have pride today. Crystal drops another 2, says, y'all got to do the woo or it ain't Rocky Top. Now we're really getting controversial. We're really getting controversial now.
Well,
whether you
Osborne
woo or
brothers
you don't.
do a woo in their performance of it. I mean,
And that should be all that matters, right?
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah.
Nobody in the chat has confidence. Nobody in the chat has confidence. Drew
Well,
Brown
no,
for $10
look, it should
says,
have
hold on. I know a lot of the offensive struggles have been on Joe, but could some of it also be a first-year play caller in Joey Halsley? Maybe Hype should call it. Well, that's the thing is I think Hype is calling it. No, nobody knows. They don't put it out there. They don't say who actually calls the plays, but I'm pretty sure that Heupel is who calls the play. So a lot of people are going to blame Joey Halsley because that's what fans do, right? We always blame the coordinators, the play calling. That's just what we do. I think losing Golish does impact this team, but the narrative is that his eyes in the box, the things that he saw, his creativity is what you miss. Tom, I cut you off, buddy. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, they should have a little bit of confidence. I mean, if we come out and we start early, like Seth just said, we get up on them early, you stay on them, then, yeah, absolutely, they can have some confidence. But if we have a same start like we did against Missouri, that's other than the interception, I could go for one of those. That'd be great. But, yeah, the going 3 and out off the pick, the just constant horrible play calling, yeah, then it's going to be over. And Georgia's going to scheme up a couple of plays to start the game too, because Kirby watched that Missouri game last week. He was like, hey, look, you get on them and you jump on them just like they want to do to us. I mean, hell, that's 101. But yeah,
all you got to do is throw it across the middle. I mean, it's been all year.
Mm-hmm. That soft zone going to get carved up if they get
Cover
on
in grass.
But if we get a couple of good plays on defense early and the crowd really does get into it and they make it difficult as hell after what their crowd did to us last year in Athens, yeah, it might actually be a football game. Because that Missouri game was bad play calling, but there was flukish play too. I mean, some of the guys just had horrible plays. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I don't know if you were in the chat yet, Tom, or not. Like we criticized play calling. I was watching a film breakdown guy, like that first series. Cooper Mays just got whipped. That's a player. That's a player. That ain't, it's everything though, right? It's the play calling was not good against Missouri. The execution was not good against Missouri. It was everybody. Offense, defense, coaching staff, they all sucked.
Yeah, well, when you have the guard work play,
they got to get into shape.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm seeing our offensive linemen stand there. I'm about to throw up, I mean, just they need to get into shape. They're not nearly as in shape as they were last year. And I listened to most of the games on the radio, but I mean, even last year when I watched some of the highlights, you can see this year versus last year, the guys are standing there sucking wind. It's not good.
They're moving slower. Every game, and in-game reps, you can't mimic it. So when you're not moving as fast at that tempo all the time, you're going to start to fall out of a little bit of that.
How much?
It's going to be natural.
How much is injuries that we don't know about on the offensive line? Because we didn't know about Joe's ribs.
Yeah, if you're out there, play. Period. You're in the SEC. You're at Tennessee. You're not.
You can only go so much though. No backup.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, get them time, because if this year, all right. Well, to your point, John, that's a good segue into something that Boogie would talk about last week, which is a great point. This year is a burn card year. We know it by this point. The coaches looked at it as a burn card year. Okay. So if by that standard, what you just said, it should be the opposite, but that's a good point.
You would think.
Brought us to the subject. But you would think if it is truly a burn card year, next man up, don't care if they're a freshman, don't care if they've been here for 5 minutes. If they're on the team, play them and let them get some experience, let them get some plays, which is exactly why we should have had somebody named I can't remember how to pronounce his last name, Nico Iamaleava, on the field all season. That's just me.
Let's get on Evan here. He's down there. He just popped in the show with us. What's going on, Evan? How are you confident? Are you a realist, or are you a sunshine pumper, or are you a negaval? There's no in between.
Listen, man, as soon as the game starts, I'm gonna be pumping sunshine. Like right now, I'm a realist, but when it starts, I'm all in. Like, we're gonna go kick some Georgia tail. But my goodness, man, last week that was soul crushing. Just seeing that it's like they didn't even get off the bus. So I don't know, man. Maybe with a home crowd around them, it's a big difference. But I mean, Georgia just got so many weapons. Like, everywhere you look, I think Brock Bowers going down was probably the best thing that ever happened to them, because they actually started opening it up and throwing it to other people. And since Carson Beck found that out, it's been, I mean, man, it's just, you saw him against Ole Miss, like, goodness. So, yeah.
Do they have Bowers back today or what?
He was back last week.
Yeah, he was back last week.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I wish Cedric Tillman could have came back with a tightrope surgery like that.
Yeah.
But,
what does that tell you? I think that tells you Tillman, which I hate to say this, I shouldn't put that out there, but sounds to me like Tillman wanted to get ready for the NFL. Brock Bowers wants to come back and play for something. And, whatever. What's up, Nate? What's going on, brother? How you feeling today?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Well, we're okay right now. We're either going to drink to celebrate or drink to drown our sorrows after this one. Which way do you think we're going to be leaning?
Somebody said it just a minute ago, and I think it's the best way to do it is speaking from a fan point of view or a realist, and the fan is I believe we can go out and we can handle our own business, and we can keep this thing close. But the realist part, of he who must not be named, I don't know if he can lead us out there where we need.
I like that.
But y'all, I'm gonna get ready to hop off here. There's a lot of traffic coming up, so quick prediction: Tennessee 31, Georgia 21.
That'd be a big.
Trucker Dougie, don't drink and drive, buddy. Be careful out there, okay?
Definitely do not do that. So,
all right, brother.
you
Appreciate you jumping on.
I'll try to hop on tonight.
All right, have a good night, brother.
All right, later, y'all.
I want to go back to something Evan said, talking about, last week, right? That's all week long. That's been the conversation. It's the Missouri game. If you could delete that, if you could erase it from history, go back to how you felt on Friday night leading into the Missouri game. That football team is coming to play Georgia. Seth, how much different do you feel versus how you feel right now?
Man, then I was balls to the wall. We got this. We're going to win another one.
Yeah, I thought our front seven was going to manhandle Missouri. I really did. Texas A&M had a better defensive rating up front on the seven than Missouri did.
I didn't think at all that they were going to run the ball like they did against us. I mean, that guy was never – I think he lost one – he only got caught behind one time.
Yeah,
they had three down linemen.
Yeah, no, he was something special. Yeah. I mean, goodness gracious, if there was a seam there, he was finding it and he was gone. Yeah, it's like he hit sixth gear, boom,
and always going forward.
And that little trap motion that we run with our well, it's not really a motion, but it's kind of a trap that I feel like our offensive line is being coached. Whoever's pulling it could be a wing, it could be a tackle, it could be both the tackle and the wing, it could be a back for another back. But I think they're taught to hit the first person across the center just like a trap play. And they got to quit doing that because defenses are keying on it, period. Oh, well, we're playing Tennessee. They're going to run a speed option if they're not running between the guards with kind of a trap pull. And that's it. So maybe some outside zone would be a little bit nice. Maybe a couple pitches. I know we had a really bad pitch play against, what was it? Alabama, we ran a pitch play off of an option. We had just run a speed option, then we ran a pitch, and it just didn't come to. But, I mean, we got to mix it up a bit.
So, Tom, let me for a second, so if it's a burn card gear, do you want there to be a playbook on that? Do you want there to be a way to stop that? An obvious way to block that? Do you want there to be a ton of film on how to beat Tennessee going into next year? Because
Yeah.
I sure do if it's a burger.
And I only have a small
I'd play that
perspective.
all day.
Yeah. I only have the small perspective of we ran the same offense from probably 8th or 9th grade until senior year. And our coaches, they ran us into the dirt. And I had a coach that was in Korea, and he said, "You don't know what tough is." And we're going to run the same plays over and over. And if you get tough, nobody's going to stop you. You could come up to the line and you could point to where the ball's going. And if you run the play the right way, then it's going to get 4 yards. I mean, that's
Oh,
but
nobody really believes that we're flushing this season down the toilet. Surely to goodness, nobody really believes that. You think Josh Heupel's getting paid $9 million and he's going out there saying, "Let's just flush this thing. We're not really worried. We're on cruise control." Now, look, I've been right here on this channel saying it for weeks now. But I feel like I'm coming from a fan perspective. I feel like as a fan perspective, it's like let's just waste all 12 of these. Let's just get through it and let's get Nico out there so we can go win some football games. But nobody really believes Josh Heupel flushed this season down the toilet, do you?
Well, not flushing it down the toilet, but cruise control is a hell of a lot better way of characterizing it, because I think he did. I think he just pushed that button and he said, "Okay, we're going to set everything in motion for next year, and we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to do everything that our fan base is expecting. And God, all we have to do is not lose 6 games or something disastrous, you know."
I'm just not sold on next year either, though. Like, I know that's probably blasphemy because Nico's going to solve everything, but we got so many questions. The offensive line, I mean, they're huffing and puffing this year, and we obviously don't have people that can step in and take care of business this year. They would have been there. And it's like, yeah, we've got, a couple of good recruits coming in. We think. We never know. Offensive line is always boom or bust. And next year, I just think, I mean, man, if like a quarterback his first year playing real SEC games and not this UConn couple of drives and the one drive against Virginia and this and that, I just don't I think a lot of people are forgetting that there's more than just the quarterback on the team. Like, the offense, I'm still worried about next year. I mean, because let's assume Jalen Wright's gone, so then you possibly have Small and Sampson, and Sampson's amazing. I mean, he can do whatever. We do have some recruits that are supposed to be pretty good, Cam Seldon, this and that. We didn't get them in a lot this year. I just think next year's more of a question than people are like kind of bringing up, because I mean, defensive wise, our safeties are going to be gone. I mean, we've had them forever. Nobody really wanted McCall back there anyways, but there's just so many questions even with the new talent coming in.
With the offensive line, though, y'all are kind of going in hard on the offensive line right now. And I have questions too, Evan, next year about that offensive line, but my questions are, who can you convince to come back? Because this offensive line hasn't played perfect, but they're still second in the SEC in rushing yards, and we're 2 weeks away from ending this thing. We got 2 games to play. One of them's Vanderbilt. One of them's really good in Georgia, so I think that's going to probably be a wash statistics-wise. And I know stats aren't everything. We can point to plays in every single game where guys get whipped up front. It happens. But you also look at protecting Joe Milton. Like, they're second in the SEC in sacks allowed. So, like, they're protecting Joe Milton, and they're running the football.
And you had a good video about that too. Who can you talk about getting to come back, or not talk about, talk into? Who can you get to come back on that O line?
Yeah, I've got the list. On the offensive line, guys with COVID years: John Campbell, Cooper Mace, Javonte Spraggins, Gerald Mincy, Dane Davis, Jackson Lampley, all have COVID years and could come back next year. Now, again, if you're not satisfied with the way those guys are playing, does it really matter if they come back? But Cooper Mace is playing. He's the anchor of this offense. John Campbell, I think, plays good football. Gerald Mincy, at times he shines, and at times he struggles. He's inconsistent.
Yeah, and on the offensive line that didn't have a senior next to his name when you did that video the other day, Boogie, it scares the hell out of me. To Evan's point,
Well, and I know we might be second in sacks allowed, whatever. The thing is, the pressure is coming in on Milton when he's back there. I mean, you can see the pocket collapsing around him. It's not like we're keeping him completely. I mean, nobody's going to, but I mean, it still is enough to where we're holding pretty often. I mean, we kill ourselves holding, but it's because, I mean, I don't think we have. I don't want to say that they're bad because, like I said, statistically speaking, they're not. But it's like they're getting beat, but they're holding. There's holding on every play, but there's a reason that's happening. It's because they're still letting people get close enough to them to where it's like, oh man, if I don't hold, he's definitely going down. Like,
because
You
he's
know,
holding the ball too long.
Yeah,
Because
too
he's
long.
slow
Yeah,
with
that's a
his
Joe
choice.
Milton special.
But so that is, but back to your original point, that is something Nico can fix.
That's true.
That is something, you know,
pocket
if
presence.
you hold the ball, ask any offense lineman, grab them in offense, any offensive lineman, and ask them, would you rather block for a quarterback that gets rid of the ball in 5 seconds or 2?
2.
And see what they answer.
Yeah.
Every offensive line holds on every play. It's just a matter of how long you have to hold your block. That's the
And
only
they're
thing we're
getting
talking
so-
about. And milliseconds matter on that offensive line when you're talking about something like that. And to me, it's not that Nico's a cure-all, but he cures the things that matter in that regard, I guess is what I'm
The
saying.
things that are missing.
Let me hit a couple of
Right, correct.
Let me hit a couple of super chats real quick. J Neal for 2, appreciate that. Says Vols by Fitty, LFG boys. What is let something go? But I don't know what he means. But I do appreciate the $2. Darth Vol for $20. That is not cheap. Appreciate that, Darth Vol. Look at that. Look, he got the big hat on. Got the big hat on in that profile picture. Says it's go time. Rocky Top about to shine, baby. Give him hell, Boogie. Down Productions. Man, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. It's a sad, sad day when you're playing the number one team in the country, and we're talking about 2024. We're 20 minutes away from kickoff, and we're talking about 2024. That tells me what the confidence level is for the 7 of us on here talking Tennessee football. Let's talk about this Georgia game. Nate, if Tennessee's going to beat Georgia, they have to do what?
Score.
Score more points.
I had a big fat softball, lobbed it up for Nate to hit a home run. Wait. I mean, I thought for sure you were going to knock it out of the park. And this, I said, Nate, what do we got to do to win the game? And you said,
you have to not lose the game before you can ever win the game.
Thank you.
Let's try it again, Nate. Let's try it again.
Hey, there is no better answer than that right there, because we can blame defense, we can blame everything else, but if we're only putting up 7 points a game, we can't expect to win. We can't believe that it's going to happen. If our offense literally cannot do any better, whether it's quarterback, whether it's running back, whatever it is, tight end play, if we can't get but 7 points in a game, we're not going to win. We can't tell our defense, okay, you only let them score once, and then that's it. No more the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Scoring is the answer.
The offense tied themselves last week. They scored 7 for the other team and 7 for
yeah.
I don't care what you want to say about the defense. That's pathetic, and that will hang a defense out to dry every single time.
What about you, John? John, what's your little key to the game, I guess?
Gosh, there's so many. Got to play gap. Our linebackers have to play their position. They can't get sucked in and overplay because their tight ends are going to run right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And you can guarantee they're going to be running some play action too, because we are going to be trying to stop the run. And they watched that Missouri game with our backers getting sucked in, just like you said. And then they're going to do what? They're going to throw it right over top of them. And they'll be 3 yards out of position, but that's the 3 yards that leads to a 30-yard game.
There'll be 3 players around them 3 yards out of position.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, John. Golly, somebody said it. Yeah.
They're going to attack Heron like crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would too.
Do you think we see more? Do you think we see more Herring, or do you think we see more T-Lander and Caleb Perry today after last week?
Well, they did put them in the Missouri game.
Yeah, I mean they've been playing all year.
They tried. They tried everything.
You saw a lot of Herring last week, and he was
T-Lander's in more on like blitz packages and such like that.
Yeah. Caleb Perry was playing a lot of third downs early in the year. I've not really paid much attention.
No matter what we do, we're going to be young at that will position. Right? Yeah. They've got to learn, and they've got to show improvement no matter what. If they don't learn from being drilled and from practice from Missouri week to this week, then that's bad. If they show improvement, then, I hate to say that's bad. This is good. But it's that simple. Like, they got to get better. They're young. That's just how it is.
They are. And Coach Jay, I think you hit on something about this pretty recently in the last week or so. College football has gotten so specialized at every position, different packages. How are you going to substitute a guy in who's specialized at every position for every possible scenario when the offense, in this case, Georgia, has got 5 stars, probably almost 2 deep, you could say, basically 2 deep at 5-star kids on the skill positions that make a huge difference. So as Tennessee, how are you after you're coming out of the dark ages and Heupel finally brought us out of that, but he's only had the 3 seasons of recruiting to work with. How are you going to?
That first one was limited too. Sorry.
It was, yeah, because he came in
Right.
that much time left. So yeah, and I lose perspective on this a lot, and it's probably my biggest problem with our program and my philosophy about where we're going is, yeah, we're only in the 4th recruiting class now. So you give him another class, he's going to have some that are built into each package, each possible scenario that's going to come up against the top talent in the country. But right now, because of the injuries we got on defense, it ain't looking good.
This is really his 3rd recruiting. He
Truly,
came in late
yeah.
on the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hired in January, right?
Yeah.
He was hired in January and survived. And man, I made a video on that the other day. Like, it kind of surprises you when you look at the number of studs in that class, that first class. He still locked down some guys.
He hit some home runs.
Hank drops a $5 super chat, says, hope all the bandwagon fans from last year selling their tickets stay gone and don't come back. Go GBO FUGA, beat Georgia. Let's go, boys. Thank you, Hank. By the way, Ron and Bob, you guys have the link. If you want to jump on here for predictions right at the end, get in here. For some reason, I thought both you guys were elite. You guys have the link now. Tim drops $100. Dude, $100 is ridiculous. That is not cheap. I'll play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Tim, $100 is very, very generous, my man. I appreciate that. Says Boogie, I've had a few beers now. I can tell, Tim. Have you a few more. Hey, Tim, have you a few more, and we'll be live immediately following the game. Meet us right back here. Says, I've had a few beers now. I'm feeling thankful, man. I'm thankful for you, Dauber, Coach Jay, the X Factor. Thankful for this Talkin VAWLS Nation. I found this channel over a year ago. When I'm here, I feel like I am with the people that get me. That's what this whole channel, that is what this channel is built on, man. People get mad at me. People fuss at me. People question the way I run the channel or the way I do things. Sometimes that bothers me, but sometimes I need to let it go in one ear and out the other and read comments like this that people understand what we are trying to build. I always don't do my best. You know, I understand people get frustrated if you don't highlight their particular comment or you don't do something the way they want you to do it. But when I read stuff like this and you guys understand what this community is all about, look, how many channels just let everybody come on and hang out and talk Tennessee football? I try my best to give you guys a voice. So thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, brother. I'm glad you enjoyed the channel and everybody that contributes to this channel. Let's get the man of the hour on here. Ron the Don.
Yeah.
The screen, the floor, the world is yours. Tell them what's going to happen at 3:30, Ron the Don.
Hold on. Check this out. I got this. Watch now. I got this here. Here we go.
Oh, damn.
We're going to win.
What do you see, Don? What do you see?
Oh, I know how to play. Let me write it down. Anyways. Yeah, we can do this. It's just Georgia. I remember when I was a kid and I was growing up, I used to go home every year. I was born in Georgia. I would go home. My aunts was watching the 1982 football game, and Herschel Walker's running all over the place. And my aunt looks at me, ooh, y'all from Tennessee. What do y'all have? I look back, we was 4-6 that year. Tennessee was 4-6 and had a doggone quarterback name. What's his name? Flossie or Francis. Ever since then, I've been on the Tennessee bandwagon. This year, Georgia has everything to lose. We can knock them out of the playoffs. We can have some respect for what we do. That's where I'm at. We may not get to a New Year's Six bowl game. We can. We not get to the SEC East Championship, but we can make those dogs bark and yelp by beating them today. That's what we can do. Seriously, that is what we can do. We ain't got nothing to lose. Throw it all out there on the floor. Leave it on the field to where they can judge us in the sidelines and wow. Y'all beat Georgia. Josh Dobbs in 2016. Hail Mary to the end zone. Who caught the ball? Tennessee caught the ball. That's what I'm looking for today. We're going to beat them dogs.
I love it. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Dawn. Love me some Ron the Dawn, man. We need 100,000 Ron the Dawns in Neyland Stadium today. I know you guys have kind of talked about it starting fast. Like, don't let Georgia get anything easy early, man. Make them pay for it. Start fast. Don't put yourself in stupid situations. Neyland's looking for a reason to be rocking. I don't think it's going to be, people said, is it going to be like Alabama last year? Is it going to be like that Oklahoma game? Is it going to be like all enter the game, right? Everybody rattles off those top games. I don't think it's going to be like that at the start. But if you're in that game and you stay in that game and you're competing in that game, it's going to be loud. The longer Tennessee's in it, the louder Neyland's going to get.
Absolutely.
If we are disciplined and we play our game, we do what we've been told, we can win it. I mean, Georgia, they got 11 out there on the field. We got 11 out there on the field. All we have to do is score in the red zone.
Hey, Notre Dame beat
Analyze
OU
assignments. We can do this stuff. Man, I'm telling you, we can set the world on his ear so they can listen to us. That's what we can do.
Absolutely.
I like, the comment, 2004 Florida. Yeah. Pull it out. But no, what you were talking about, Ron, when Notre Dame won, 4 games, they were 4-7 the year that they ended Oklahoma's win streak, 1957, in Oklahoma, no less. Nobody thought they were going to win that game. They were a 3-score underdog. Anybody can win. You got 11 guys on the field at one time. Play what you've been taught. Don't make stupid mistakes, and, you might have a chance.
Wade drops a $2 super chat, says, let's get Sampson looking like Kamara, UT 45, Pups 42. And the more I sit here, the more I'm like, if Tennessee's going to win this thing, it's going to be a shootout, and that concerns me because can they keep up? Can they score the points? DJ for $20, that's not cheap. Thank you, DJ, for the support. We appreciate it, brother. Says beat Georgia. Let's go. Let's go take care of the dogs. Let's see. We're about 8 minutes away from kickoff. So, man, it seems like we get right up to that final hour and we run out of time. So let's get those predictions going now. Rocky Top Tom, you're up first. Give us your keys to the game. What do you see happening at 3:30? Final CBS Sports SEC game for Tennessee. Hallelujah. Praise. Better be careful. Better be careful, Coach. We got in trouble the last time we did this. So I'll just say please. That's all I'll say. Go ahead, Tom.
Oh my God. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one, but I think we probably lose by 3 scores. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just how I see it unfolding. But just to have a fun scenario, if we do win and we actually get their noses in the dirt and we keep them down there the entire game, it's going to have to be a game where we win. I don't see us scoring 28 against Georgia, so maybe 24 19, 24, 20, something like that. But yeah, and I'm actually going to roll too, so I can start the food on the grill. But y'all have a good evening and go Vols.
Later, Tom. We'll catch you on the postgame show, buddy. Peyton Manning's mom, shout out to her. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says Milton decides to use his left arm, throws 9 touchdowns, 89-15.
Hopefully, it's better than his right arm.
Man, I should put $400 on that happening. Thank you, Peyton Manning's mom. Appreciate that. All right, John, lift us up here. Give us a little something, and before you do, don't pull a Nate on me, and don't pull a Tom and just flat out say, "Let me play this for you," and then you give us your prediction. I don't believe there are good people that pull for Georgia. I think they're all terrible, ugly, disgusting human beings. I think it's just that no, there are no good Georgia fans, Eric. There are none.
There are none.
All right,
I don't want to have to spit in my in-laws. They're huge Georgia fans in their Thanksgiving dinner. So Tennessee's going 24-21.
Gosh, I hope you guys are right. Would you put $400 on that, John?
I would put 400 of your dollars on that.
Okay. That's what I thought.
You guys. I got
That's
you
what
guys.
I thought.
Worry.
All right,
Don't
John.
worry.
Appreciate you jumping on, buddy. We'll catch you on the post-game show, my man.
See you.
Later, buddy. All right, Seth, what do you got?
This is going to be a very familiar score, and it's going to be the exact same fashion. 52-49.
If that happens, I may drive to Knoxville
Wow.
and throw the goalpost into the river myself.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you coming on. As always, Seth, we'll catch you on the post game, man.
I'll get you pumped up.
See you later, guys.
Later, brother. All right, Evan, what do you got, buddy?
Man, I think to win this game, Tennessee's going to have some plays on special teams. D. Williams action, Jackson Ross faking a punt. Been setting up for it all year. We got to throw the kitchen sink, trick play somewhere. I don't know, do something because, I mean, it's all or nothing. I mean, you're going to have so many big recruits there. Need to get something taken care of. So I would say I don't see Tennessee win this game, to be honest. But just for fun, if Tennessee does win, I'm going to say 31-24. And Milton actually throws for 350 yards.
Ooh. You're missing that 300-yard game. So, yeah.
Yeah, he needs it. So
we need it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, brother. Appreciate you jumping on. We'll catch you on the
See you,
post-game
man.
show. Gosh, I really feel like if Tennessee wins this game, Joe Milton has to do what he can't do. That's the problem. That's why I picked Georgia. Okay, Nate, what do you got? Give me your final little keys to the game and your score prediction, buddy.
I'm gonna give you a little better than earlier, right?
Save the best for last.
I believe that's it. Yeah, I believe that for us to pull this off or have the possibility of pulling this off, Joe has to get moving. He can't sit in the pocket. He can't wait. We can't just rely on the running backs. Get him moving. Get him running. It'll open up the big plays. And as the old saying goes, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So I think we go out there and we punch them in the mouth and we rock them. But the thing is, you cannot stop. You got to keep going, keep pushing. And if we do that, I'm going to say the Vols can win. And I'm going to say 27-20, something about that area. But if it doesn't happen and we get the same offense that we had and we only score 7 points, man, I'm going to say like 52-14. It's not going to be.
Oh my gosh.
It's not going to be good. Yeah.
All right. Hopefully we're
man.
celebrating, Nate. Hopefully we're celebrating after. But if not, guess what? We'll be here for Vol Therapy. We'll survive it just like we
That's
always
right.
do. Somebody said last week, what are you going to do now? Shut the channel down and go play tennis, I guess. We're going to be right here to support the Vols like we do every single week. Nate, always good time, brother. Appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
All right, Ron the Don. Give us your keys. Give us your prediction. Get this fan base fired up and ready to go.
All right, here we go. This is the key to what I think we're going to have to do. We have to be disciplined. We have to do what we do best. Run the ball, play defense, keep the mids in the long range passes to a null. And the thing about it is we can do this. We've done this before. It's not like it's a strange thing to us. We can do this kind of stuff. Play solid, disciplined defense. Keep the gaps. Stay in them. Don't get knocked out, because what's going to happen is they're going to try something else. They're going to try something else too, because they're not a passing team. They got to be a run team because all their running backs to back, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to tell you this right now, Boogie. It's just me and you. I was born in Georgia. I don't like it. I got aunts in Georgia. I don't like it. And if we can come in Tennessee, Neyland Station, and pull off an upset, oh man, well, I'm telling you right now, we're going to get the hobnail boot and we're going to shove it on their nose. We're going to let Muncie get up out your grave, man. Take the hobnail boot. It ain't happening here, because we are Tennessee Vols, baby. We're going to come. We're going to run. We're going to play. We're going to run through the power T and make it time in Tennessee.
Yeah.
We can do this. We can do this. My score prediction is, if Georgia wins, 48-35. But if Tennessee wins it, it's going to be 55-14. Blast them dogs and spank them. Spank them dogs. Spank them dogs. We're going to do this, man. We got this, Boogie. We got this, man.
I love it, Ron. I love it, Ron. You bring the energy every week, brother. I love it. Thanks for coming on. We'll catch you on the post-game show, my man. Later, brother. All right, I got nothing.
Awesome.
We can't top that. So all I can do is play the intro video that we open this thing with, get y'all fired up, ready for kickoff for Coach Jay. I'm Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Let's get ready for war.
on business, John.
Missouri wins the break.
He does.
Do you want me to just be honest?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Tennessee's not winning this game on Saturday. Like, I have no confidence. Like,
Coach Jay ain't gonna pick like that, all right? Coach Jay is gonna go ahead and call his shot right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tennessee is gonna pull off a shocker. There is gonna be Georgia fans at the game. Yeah, I've heard about the 8 people who bought tickets from a Tennessee person. Those 8 people are gonna be sitting there with their jaw on the floor when Tennessee rips down the goalpost and wins a shocker, 32-29. Go Big Horn.
He's no machine. I didn't hear no bell. Get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.